Hello everyone, my name is Liv, and today I wanted to do a tag centered around movies, so I searched up movie tags on YouTube, found a video, found a bunch of questions, so I'll be sure to link their video down below, but I basically just wanted to answer questions about movies. Let's just get right into it because there are a lot of questions. So the first one is pretty simple. It is, what is your favorite movie of all time? So I have two favorite movies of all time, and the first one is Casablanca and the other one is The Dark Knight. They're very much not similar whatsoever, and they're just polar opposites in terms of movies, but I love them both so much and I can rewatch them probably every single day. And the second question is, what is your favorite scene from those movies? So my favorite scene from Casablanca is the last scene with the plane and just like the tensions are rising. You're not sure what's going to happen, but then you finally find out what's going to happen and you're just kind of like struck with like shock, and you're also kind of sad, but you're also kind of happy, and it's just a mix of emotions as some of the most iconic lines within like one singular scene, and it's beautiful and I love it so much, and it's just an amazing scene. And for The Dark Knight, my favorite scene in that movie is the interrogation scene between the Joker and Batman, because I was reading up on the IMDb facts because I'm obsessed with that, and I found out that Heath Ledger actually asked Christian Bale to really punch him during those scenes because he just really wanted to get into character. And just realizing that and then rewatching that scene over and over again, you just realize how horrifying and creepy and just like intense that scene is, and I love it so much. And I also really like the fact that the Joker's makeup is kind of like falling off at that point, so you see hints of his skin tone in it, and it's just kind of showing how he's like crumbling and just like falling apart and things aren't going according to plan. Not that he has a plan, but it's a great scene. The next question is, what are your favorite actors and actresses? So I have two for each. For the actors, I love Oscar Isaac and I love Humphrey Bogart. Humphrey Bogart is just like that classic actor that you just love because he's in so many iconic movies, and I just love how he's always sassy in every single movie. He's wonderful. And my favorite actresses are Lauren Bacall because she is like the love of my life, and Viola Davis. I think Viola Davis is one of the best actresses of our time, and she is just not utilized enough in film and in shows, and she's amazing. I highly recommend everything that she's in. She's just a phenomenal actress. The next question is most annoying actor or actress, so I'm just gonna name three. I'm not gonna give you reasons, I'm just gonna name them. Usually if they're in a movie I don't want to watch it. It's Jack Black, Seth Rogen, and Jennifer Lawrence. The next question is best director, and I have two and they're kind of basic, but I'm just gonna say them anyway. I love Christopher Nolan. I've seen every single movie that he's come out with and I've loved every single one of them. He's just that director that whenever he creates a movie, it's one of my favorite movies, and I just appreciate his craft so much. And the other director is Martin Scorsese. I appreciate that man so much. I've learned so much about him in film classes, and I know it's pretty basic to say him, but like he's so great, and I just love all the little details that he puts in every single movie, and I also love how he only basically creates like dark crime movies. I appreciate that. The next question is favorite guilty pleasure film. I usually don't have a guilty pleasure anything because I don't care if I love something and it's bad, but my favorite bad movie, like just terrible, it's not a good movie, is the Purge series. The Purge series is so bad, but the concept is genius. I love how predictable it is. I love the jump scares. I just love how bad that movie series is, and I just hope that they keep on coming out with more because they're just so bad. But like sometimes you need to see a bad movie to just like lift your spirits, to laugh with friends, and to just see a bad scary movie. And the next question is favorite tearjerker. So I was thinking a lot about this because I don't usually cry in movies. It takes a lot for me to cry, but lately I've been crying a lot over movies, and one of them in particular is Beautiful Boy. I saw this movie twice within like the same week, and I don't understand why I did that, but it's honestly like such an emotionally draining and just realistic view of what happens when someone is addicted to drugs. It's a long movie and it just feels like you're going on this gigantic journey with these two main characters who are both father and son, and it shows how drugs affect not only the person who is addicted to them but also the family member of that person who is an addict. And it's just such a sad movie, and Timothée Chalamet and Steve Carell just really did their all with that movie, and I don't understand why they did not win more awards for those roles that they played, because that is such an important movie and it just kind of was like overlooked, and I just like can't compute. It was such a beautiful movie. I just really appreciate that one. The next question is, what is a character from a movie that scared you the most? So the one that scared me the most when I was little was the Wicked Witch of the West. When I first saw The Wizard of Oz, I just was creeped out by her. I just think I was creeped out because she had green skin, and I just did not understand why this lady had green skin. She looked so creepy, her voice was creepy, her outfit was creepy. She just like really did a really good job of probably scaring a bunch of children in America during that time when we all saw it when we were little. And another one that scared me recently was Norman Bates when I saw Psycho in my film class. I just don't like how good Anthony Perkins is at being creepy. He's just, his smile, the last scene in Psycho where you're kind of like zooming out, he's like kind of like smiling upwards at the camera, and the camera's just trained on him for like a solid like 10 seconds, and it's just like the creepiest thing ever. And just he just really scared me, and I'm still not over it. And every time I see that photo of him like smiling at the camera, I'm like, please get this away from me, because it gives me some bad vibes. Another question is, what is a movie that you love that everyone hates? And mine is also pretty basic, but I love Citizen Kane. I know a lot of people are like, I don't understand why that's the #1 movie of all time, but I just love slow movies, and I also love the fact that it deals with journalism, and I love how long it is. I really like long fleshed out movies, and if they're a little bit boring, I love it even more for some reason. So I can understand why people don't like the movie, because it's a little pretentious and it's just very long-winded. But I appreciate it. I like the progression of someone's life where they kind of came from the bottom, rose up to the top, and then just came to the bottom again. And it was just, it's a good movie, okay? I know it's boring, but I love it. And what is a movie that you hate that everyone else loves? I have 4. And the first one is Mean Girls. I don't understand why people think it's funny, and I don't understand why people rewatch it over and over again. Like, I saw it once and I was like, I never have to see this again. It's fine. It's a fine movie. I just don't like it. I don't understand the hype. Pulp Fiction, I hate that movie. I never finished it. I did not enjoy it whatsoever. Fight Club, same thing. Did not enjoy it. Waste of time for me. It was just gritty and gross and just like not my cup of tea. And every dude bro hates me when I say that, but it's not a good movie. And 2001: A Space Odyssey was the most pretentious movie I've ever seen in my entire life. There's like a total of like 2 pages of dialogue within that movie, and the rest is just visuals. And I could understand why the visuals would be pleasing at the time the movie came out, but like, it's not a good movie. And what is your favorite animated movie? I thought about this long and hard months ago, and I came to the conclusion The Lion King is the best animated movie that's from Disney of all time. It's just like the best one. It has the best characters, it has the best songs, it has the best screenplay. It's just such a great story, and I just am obsessed with it. It's so good. And I'm talking about the original. I'm not talking about the remake. I'm talking about the original Lion King, which will always reign over other versions of the Lion King. So, yes. What is your actor or actress crush? Oscar Isaac is my entire life, and Zendaya is also my entire life. If they were in a movie together, I think I would explode. Wait, I think they are gonna be in a movie together. Are they in Dune together? I'm pretty sure Zendaya is also in Dune. Oh my god, I'm gonna explode. What is your favorite movie villain? So I have a couple. The Joker reigns supreme for me, the one from the Dark Knight series, not from the 1989 version. That one's also pretty good. I enjoy him, but the Joker, played by Heath Ledger, is just the best version of a villain we can ever get in Hollywood, and I'm just like obsessed with him, and I'm pretty sure everyone else is. Like, he is the creepiest and scariest version of the Joker we can ever get, and I just appreciate how much he put into that role, and Heath Ledger really did the most with the Joker. I also have to say that I really enjoy Thanos as a villain. I enjoy the actor and his voice, and I enjoy how creepy his voice is, like how he has like so much authority by just using his voice, and I just really enjoy how creepy Thanos is and how much he tested the Avengers and just really pushed them to their limits and just like destroyed the world. I think he was such a compelling villain in the Marvel world, because the Marvel world doesn't have the best villains ever. Like, I will admit that, like, they aren't the best. They aren't really like compelling where you're like creeped out by them but you're interested in them, and I feel like Thanos I was really interested in. I wanted to learn more about his backstory and just learn about like his motivations and why he felt certain ways and why he did certain things, and I felt like he was a very interesting villain that you wanted to learn more about. Another villain that I adore, I think it's the best one, that comes from Disney, and it is Scar. I love his songs, I love his lines, I just think he's an amazing villain, so yeah. And a goodie and a classic is Darth Vader. He's just also a villain you hate but you also love because you want to learn more about him, and you just love his costume and you love the aesthetics, and when he comes out in the hallway with the steam and the smoke, such a classic scene. What an entrance. One of the best entrances in Hollywood, probably. What movie surprised you the most? And I have to say Ex Machina. I did not expect to enjoy Ex Machina as much as I did, but that became a favorite of mine, and I'm very surprised because I hate sci-fi so much. It's very rare that I enjoy a sci-fi movie, but Ex Machina is a wonderful sci-fi movie that makes you think about AI, it makes you think about consciousness, it makes you think about humanity, it makes you think about rich people creating robots, and it's just such a wonderful movie, and it's no surprise that Oscar Isaac stars in it, so that's probably also why I love it so much. But that one really surprised me. I did not expect to love it as much as I did, but it became a favorite movie of mine. What is one remake that you wish had never been made? Beauty and the Beast. It was terrible. It was a sad excuse for a Disney movie, and I wish we could erase it from the planet. And I kind of feel sad that I have to say Beauty and the Beast, the original one, when I'm talking about Beauty and the Beast, because who's ever talking about the remake? I'd like to know. And another question is, you're about to die but can only watch one movie, what would it be? This is strictly on mood, but for this current day that I'm filming this, I would have to say Shutter Island, because that movie makes me think so much. It's just such a conversation starter. I can rewatch it so many times and find different details about the movie that sets me on edge and makes me wonder if my theory is sound, because I have so many different theories about Shutter Island, and I just love how much it makes you think. I know a lot of people don't like it because it's so wishy-washy and just like kind of slow as well, but I just love it so much, and it's definitely a movie I can rewatch right before I'm about to die, but I'm pretty sure I'd be freaking out if I was about to die. I wouldn't be watching a movie. What is your favorite movie genre and favorite movie from that genre? So I picked thriller and rom-com, and then I didn't realize I had to pick a movie from each of those. So rom-com, I'm gonna have to say To All the Boys I've Loved Before. That one is just one of the best book to movie adaptations I've ever seen, and I'm just very surprised that I say that with a very serious face. I did not expect to love it as much as I did. And for a thriller, I'm gonna have to go to my Letterboxd to see. I really love Seven. Seven was amazing, but I think Zodiac takes the cake. Zodiac is also a hefty, very long film, but it basically chronicles the entire case of the Zodiac killer, like to a T, because I was reading the Zodiac killer's Wikipedia page while I was watching that movie, and they follow that Wikipedia page to a T, and it's just very impressive. And it's just a very comprehensive film that also kind of leaves you satisfied, because while they did not catch the killer, you still kind of are like, oh, that guy was definitely the killer. So like, I can rest easy now and know that this mystery is kind of solved. And the last question I have is, what is the first movie you remember watching in theaters? I had to think long and hard about this because I honestly could not remember, because I don't remember watching movies as a child in the movie theater. I very much remember watching movies at home a lot, but I don't remember watching movies at the actual theater. Which is not to say I didn't watch movies in theaters. I know I did, but the one that came to my memory long ago was Finding Nemo, because I remember we were waiting for the theater doors to open and we were waiting to go into the theater, and they had to delay it because a kid threw up because they got seasick. I was just pissed off because the movie was delayed because they had to clean up the theater. It was a whole spiel, but that's a movie experience I remember early on in my childhood. So thank you so much for watching this hefty video all about movies. I just really wanted to talk about movies. I just wanted to gush about my favorites, some of my least favorites, and I tried to do this as quick as possible because I know I can go into depth about each movie that I've spoken about, but I wanted to keep it short for y'all. So let me know if you've seen any of the movies I love, or if you also hate the movies I hate. Just let me know. Let's start a discussion in the comments, and be sure to be kind in the comments because I know a lot of people get snippy about movies for some reason. I'm just like, y'all, chill out. But anyway, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you in another video. Bye!